What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we are going to be talking about my probably last tournament of the season that I fished with my buddy Ryan on Rocky Fork Lake here in Hillsboro, Ohio. If you guys were watching my videos like 2 or 3 episodes ago, probably two at this point, maybe three. I posted a video of me and him fishing at Rocky Fork Lake for a fall time tournament or a fall tournament trail that they host down there. So, anyways, this past weekend I went and I fished it with him again, and didn't go so well. But, anyways, we're going to be talking through the video what we were doing, what we were thinking. So, maybe some of you guys that are watching or some of you guys wanting to get into tournament fishing can kind of know our thoughts and our process going through the day on what to do and what could possibly bring us more success than what we were having. So, anyways, let's get started. So, to start off, first I want to talk about a little bit of what the weather was like coming up to this time. So, I didn't hunt this weekend because it was really warm, like really, really warm. The week before, so this was on a Sunday tournament. The Sunday before, it was like 40 degrees, maybe 50 degrees, raining, and it was cold, it was windy, it was a bad day. Ryan ended up catching 4 fish that day with a 6-pound kicker as his fourth, like with 30 minutes an hour left to go in the tournament, and he got 3rd place and brought home big bass. So yeah, he did that. The next 2 or 3 days, so Monday and Tuesday, the week before this tournament, it was cold. Wednesday started getting back up to the 60s, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were really hot, like in the 70s for Ohio at this time of year. That is crazy hot. And then yesterday, which was Monday, and today, Tuesday, it is really hot too. Like today, it's 79 degrees. So that's really hot for Ohio this time of year. Huge temperature change in the past week, so that really affected it. So that's what we think really caused this kind of bad fishing day. If we're going to make excuses, I know that's no excuses because one guy still had a really good day out there today or that day. So anyways, yeah, that was beforehand. Anyways, we're going to start rolling from the beginning of what I filmed to make a video if we did really good. And yeah, so let's hop into the footage I was going to upload to begin with. What's up, everyone? So we're out here with Ryan again, fishing the fall brawl here at Rocky Fork Lake in like Hillsboro, Ohio, somewhere around there. But waited till now to turn on the camera simply because it was dark and it's just kind of, you can't see me when it's dark, so I figured I'd wait till the sun came up a little bit. Anyways, Ryan fished here last week. I didn't fish here last week, and he caught a 6-pounder and another like 2.5-2-pounder, something like that. He had it like right at 10 pounds for 4 fish. So he's starting to figure it out here. So I'm out here again with him today. We're gonna get started. Got the chesty on, blasting off. I think we may try a spot here at the beginning and then go from there. Hopefully we'll be able to get on some big ones like he did last week.
Got good conditions today. It's been super tough the last couple of weeks. So hopefully they turn on. We catch them today.
Alright, so where did I throw that jig at? There it is. Just that stuff that you caught them in over at the docks, at least.
It's looking pretty dead back here.
I agree. Not even marking anything back here. Is it just that buoy or is this water up? Like, look at that buoy. This water either is up or that buoy's just tied down low.
Yeah,
I mean, when was the last time we got rain?
got some this week.
Did we?
I don't know about you.
So at this point, you guys see us blast off. We blasted off, went to the one spot. Ryan wanted to try it out. It was a spot that we've never fished before. That was only like my second time fishing this lake, so I've never even seen that spot before. But he said based on the contours and everything, it looked like a really good area compared to the areas he was catching fish at the week before. So we tried it and had zero luck. From there, we left and we went back to a spot that we had success at before. So anyways, we fished around this spot. All right. Spot number 2. I don't fish frogs like most people fish frogs. Like at least these frogs, because popping frogs like this, I don't even freaking walk. I skip them across the water. Like I'll twitch them fast and have them just hop. As you can probably see in the video, there in this spot, there's a bunch of grass, there's docks, there's a bunch of brush. It is really shallow, and it was just, there's drop-offs and everything. So it's a really good, versatile area to fish. There's a little bit of everything you can fish in this little creek channel. So we went, we fished this spot. We were flipping, we were throwing Texas rigs, jigs. I was throwing a baby bull shad. I threw a square bill and a DT6 a little bit on the drop-offs. I threw chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, topwater, frogs. We threw everything. And I'm not sure if this is the time or not, but Ryan caught one little fish. It was a little dink, and that was it. So anyways, we went on through this area, and we headed to our next spot. When we headed to this spot, we had success here before, nothing this time. So at this point, we were confused on what to do. We really didn't know. So me and Ryan talked. He was asking me what I thought. We went through with every single type of water that we fished so far. So we fished shallow grass, we fished shallow brush, we fished drop-offs, we fished docks with grass, docks without grass, we fished dredging areas, we fished a lot of places. And the only thing we hadn't done yet is found water over 53 degrees around there. So we made a run to the opposite side of the lake, completely new water, never fished it before, and we were fishing a spot that we found 60, 61 degree water. So we fished there for a little bit, talked to a guy on the dock. He said there had been 3 or 4 boaters prior to us that came up there, and that they weren't nearly as quiet and as calm and nice as us, and that they said that basically they weren't having good days. So we fished around this area for a little bit to see what we could do. After this spot, we end up realizing, we're like, well, we're not really having any luck. We need to do something, and this something needs to be where we're going to either live or die from. So pretty much we had one area that we knew there were a bunch of fish in from the week before. They were still there. We graphed them, we marked them, we already fished it, had zero luck earlier. So we're like, we need to go back there and try it. There was only about an hour and a half, 2 hours left in the tournament. So we went back to the spot and we wanted to either live or die. I'm not sure what all was shown in that footage, but I had either 1 or 2 bites to where I really yanked it and ripped it out of the mouth of one of the bass there, which felt like a decent fish based on the bite. Ryan, I remember that he had either 1 or 2 bites there, and that he was mad because he wasn't paying attention and just didn't set the hook in time. And we talked to somebody else there that they weren't, like in that spot, they weren't having any luck, and we really just didn't know what to do. But it was like within the last 30 minutes, we finished our rounds up through that cove where we had luck before, hoping that something would happen. So now we're in post-tournament. We went to weigh-ins, got everything settled up. It was like 5 or 6 of the teams out of 14 blanked that day and didn't weigh in a fish. We were one of those teams, and the winner had like 8 pounds for 5 fish, and he had a 4.5 pounder, 4 pounder, something like that for his big fish. So he won first place and big fish. Second place had like 4.5 pounds for 2 fish. Then other than that, there was like a team that had 1 fish, a team that had 2 fish, and it was like that. So you could tell that everybody was struggling. Now, looking back at the tournament, there's one thing that we didn't fish that I wish we really would have. And if we had previous time to pre-fish and find these areas on the lake, it probably wouldn't have been a bad idea. But I think fishing offshore structure would have been the move. Since we had that really cold weather, well, kind of cold weather, they were up in the 50-degree water, up shallow, eating, and just stayed up shallow. When that hot weather come through, the water got really warm, and they just moved back offshore. So I think if we could have found offshore water or rock piles or something like that, that it really could have helped us. And that's really the only thing I can think of that we may have wanted to do instead of what we did. So I think offshore rock piles, points, fishing a little bit deeper than what we did. We fished a point at the beginning, but we were fishing shallow and the water wasn't necessarily that warm yet, so that could have really helped us. And that's really about the only things I can think of. So I talked to Ryan some. It just was a real slow day, a tough day. It was a grinder. We either knew it was going to be really good or really bad that day. Unfortunately, it was really bad. So it is what it is. We learned from it. We moved on. And now really just time to prep and do some research for the lakes for next year for the tournaments we're going to be fishing. And do some maybe ice fishing this winter if the ice comes up for what we need it to. I'm hoping that we get some solid ice this year to ice fish, and probably do a little bit of fly fishing for trout. So that's really the plan this fall and summer or winter. And we're going to be doing some more tackle tip videos, informational videos, any videos you guys want. So make sure to drop video ideas below if you guys have any ideas. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and we will see you guys in the next video.